The van separated into groups and head for the mountains. They are planning to surround them strategically and then smoke them out. Strategically. Send all forces. Strategically. Commander, all units are standing by in their positions. Very well. Major, please give all units your order. This is Takano. Make sure you capture R alive. I don't care if you kill the rest. Don't let them escape. Finish it right there. Ugasui, Hibari, Shirasagi, start hunting. Urutori will be the goalkeeper and will be the reserve. Be ready for any type of emergency situation. Urutori 7, roger. Let's begin. The Mountain Hound members start marching, spreading out in a line with a few meters between them. Yeah, that'll smoke them out. Fucking a march. Actually, they'll probably form like a circle and just march inward, I'd imagine. If they're trying to be strategic about it. This mountainside is a savage land where not even the villagers think of stepping in. There's some trails, but no paved roads for people. It requires an enormous amount of diligence and patience to hunt on a mountain like this. All the members are nervous. They were told that most of their enemies are kids, but there are a few well-trained adults with them. In addition, they're supposedly armed heavily, and they know the mountain very well. Obviously, this will be a tough battle. I would have been armed heavily, fuck that shit. Couple pistols, maybe a rifle or two, you know, just the works. I wouldn't want a shotgun. Nah, fuck that. They're nice and intimidating, but I don't want something that I can use like that. I want something a little more reliable. Shotguns are reliable though, not to get you wrong, but in this kind of scenario, I want something that can put out a lot of rounds really quickly, or at least a more precision shot. Because shotguns, you know, if it's not a slug round, it's usually buckshot. And it's like, that's good and all, it will wound them, but I'd want to go for the kill. I'd be going for kills. Okanoki, how many people do you usually need to search a mountain? It's hard to say, but I'm sure that the more people we have, the better the position we'll be in. But all the mountain hounds put together won't be even close to enough. But our enemies are just a small group of people, so don't you think we're at an advantage? No, that makes it extremely harder, Takano. The smaller the group, that means the less of an area they're in. People say you need 3 times the soldiers to destroy a garrison, right? We have more than double of what we need. Well, that theory works if we're talking about thousands of soldiers. Doesn't work in small-scale battles. The U.S. Armed Forces proved that in the Vietnam War. True. That's true. That's why you need napalm. That's what they need to do. Burn down the fucking forest. Then, how much military force do you think you need to search this mountain, Okanogi? I don't know, 100 people? Whatever works, I guess. I don't know what you mean by that. How much is an appropriate military force? 100? 150? I don't know. Considering what happened this morning, we conclude that their commander is extremely brilliant. Mion is extremely brilliant. They also have at least 2 weapon experts. And at least 1 melee expert. Okay, I see that. But the rest are all kids, right? It doesn't mean they can't hold a gun. Just because they're not an expert doesn't mean they can't shoot someone and kill someone. That's what I think, but we are in their territory. One kid who knows their environment well will be equal to a well-trained patrol unit. There are more troubles than you think, Major. Then tell me how much military force you need to actually suppress them. We'll need 1 division of the mountain unit. Let me explain what I mean by that. 3 or 4 mountain hounds make a battalion, and 3 or 4 battalions make a regiment. And finally, 3 or 4 regiments make a division. Jesus Christ. Okay, so 3 or 4, let's say 4 make a battalion, 4 say, good lord. Jeez, okay, yeah, over 100 people. What are you saying? Are you saying we need 30 times as many people? Of course that's not enough. We need to get in touch with an artillery base and request an advanced bombardment. If we can get help from the area, I would want a Phantom to drop napalm bombs. Exactly! That's what I was thinking. Basically. You've got to be kidding me. We don't have that much military force at our disposal. What do you think would happen if we tried to chase them down with our current manpower? You'd probably get either not enough or you just screw up. I mean, that's how it works. Well, it won't be easy, that's for sure. Okanogi laughs boldly. He says it won't be easy, but he seems to be also implying that he is the one who is capable of doing that. Yeah, they're fucked. They're gonna need more than just a battalion. Although it is their territory, they just got there a little while ago. They don't have a base, and they don't even have time to set up traps. I don't think they've had enough time to use their knowledge of the mountain to their advantage. How do you know they didn't set it up beforehand? That's what I would admit. All this is running through my head. I immediately just assume they've already planned out this 48-hour thing. I'm gonna assume they already set up traps, just in case it didn't work out and they had to flee into the mountains. Because that's where they were heading to at first, when we stopped them. That's what I would be running through my head. As Takano listens to Okanogi's explanation, she feels a little anxious. Yeah, I would be too. When she pretended to be friendly with Satoko a long time ago, she used to tell Takano all about the mountain. Takano remembers how Satoko told her about all kinds of traps being set up, but she can't remember which mountain Satoko was talking about. You fool, Takano. Higurashi to base. We found some of the targets. We can't see R. We are still searching. We can use them as hostages. Capture them even if R isn't with them. Ukusui, can you hear me? Gather up nearby units and block the escape routes. Ukusui, roger. We'll back you up. Sure, of course they'd want to. Block the escape route, huh? Some fallen trees are leaning up against a pine tree, like a natural scaffold. There is a small shack on top of them. It is one of Satoko's many secret bases. It is a perfect base since Mion can see the foot of the mountain as well. Wow, this is just as Michan expected. Let's see, we'll see what they've got, huh? I would be right there just strategizing with her, just one-on-one bouncing ideas off of each other. What they're gonna do. Can we win? Can we? Obviously. They're fanning out in a kind of a basic tactic, honestly, to try to smoke them out. They'll fall that way since they're not walking right up behind each other. The traps will work on each individual person, and they won't have to. Then they'll have to keep worrying about future traps. If they actually kind of theoretically marched in a single line, it would eliminate all the traps in that exact line, and only a couple people would fall prey to it. But if you fan out in that way, you're way more a higher percentage risk of falling for more traps. Now, I'm not advocating for going into a fucking single file line through this fucking land, but what I'd imagine an easier thing would be is break up into small groups and search it that way. Instead of just like one person next to each other and all that, I'd have an actual like local clusters of 4 or 5 people that go out with themselves and have them come to the mountains. What are you talking about? Our enemy's commander is worthless. They'll need at least 1 division of a veteran mountain unit. But they're trying to attack us with just a single company. What are they thinking? We'll see just how many of them will be able to go back down the mountain in one piece today. Damn it. This is Higurashi too. We've been attacked. Shit, don't let them get away. They let loose tons of logs. Higurashi 6 sprained his ankle, unable to pursue. We'll go without him. No, don't leave me. I don't want to be eaten by the jungle animals. Don't let them escape. Keep chasing them until the end. Don't even give them a chance to rest. This Higurashi 11, we've encountered a trap. Higurashi 12 and 13 probably have concussions. We would have been dead if we weren't lucky. This Higurashi 16, a trap got me. I'm tangled in steel wires, unable to escape. I can't cut them with my knife. Somebody bring a steel wire cutter. Chaotic radio transmissions come in one after another, and now they break down. This would be the time to set up guerrilla tactics and take them out one by one. Like once they start getting confused, then you just hit them. Like 4 or 5 people rush in, take them out, knock them out, kill them, whatever you want to do, then get out. Pull back. Just ragtag hits. That's all I would do. Weaken them, weaken them, weaken them. Keep them distracted. Keep them occupied. Obviously, Okanogi wasn't right about the Mountain Hound being in an advantageous position. Ukisugi 10 to base. Damn it, there was a pitfall that looked like a well. 2 members fell and we're unable to rescue them. We need help. What? Ah, stop! What's the matter, Ukisugi 10? Come in, Ukisugi 10. Hey, look, that was my idea. Guerrilla tactics. Ukisugi 10, I've been hit. I was pushed from behind. Ukisugi 9 through 11 are in the well. We're unarmed, but unable to escape from here. Shit. Base to Ukisugi. Your backup has been attacked. The enemy can see your movements. Watch out. This is Higurashi 1. I have a question. How can they see our movement? There's no UAV in the air. UAV online. Higurashi 1 to base. We failed in our pursuit. We lost him. This is impossible. This mountainside is full of traps. We've already had a lot of injured men, and we've covered only a short distance. Shirasagi 1 to base. We found R and some of our friends. We're after them. We need assistance immediately. Haha. They separated, huh? Their plan is to confuse and entangle us with traps. Shirasagi 1, be careful. They are luring you into a trapped area. They are breaking up to divert us and planning an ambush. This is an extremely advanced tactic. Not really, it's guerrilla warfare. Come on, dude. You should be well aware of this kind of tactic. There have already been many injured in our units due to traps and ambushes. Be careful. Be prepared for anything, Shirasagi 1. Shirasagi 1. Answer me! Shirasagi 2 to base. Shirasagi 1 is trapped. Come on, somebody cut the rope. The rest of you continue to pursue. Don't let R escape. Ukisugi 1 to base. Ukisugi 7 and his men have gone silent. There's a possibility that they have been attacked. Allow us to send assistance. Now just imagine if they actually had guns. Shit. This would be a bloodbath. Just a complete massacre. Dozens dead. Shirasagi 5, 3 of our unit members have been knocked out by falling drums. What the hell is this? Were there more of those ahead of us? The Higurashi 13. I was down. I see one of them. I'll follow. Damn you, I'm going to get you. Stop! Higurashi 13. You can't take him down by yourself. Oh, come out, wherever you are. Come on, this way. Damn kid. Wait! Higurashi 13 chases Satoko with an entangled snare on his face. But Satoko runs through the woods effortlessly. Too bad they don't have, bear traps. Oh, God. That would be brutal. Small branches scratch his body everywhere. But he continues to chase Satoko. Satoko continues to run like the wind. She's simply running in her own backyard. Who would get injured in her own backyard? As Higurashi 13 runs, he runs past many mountain hounds who can't even move because of Satoko's traps. The more trap members he sees, the more he is sure that the girl he's after right now isn't really a girl. The demon! She is something that looks just like a girl. He reaches an area where logs are stacked in piles. It looks like the area is in the middle of being lumbered. It is a strange scene. On the way to this area, Higurashi 13 saw a member from a different unit hanging upside down from a tree. He also saw feet sticking out of a pitfall. There was also a member whose foot was being tied to a rope with a tree with a device that looked like a pair of handcuffs. He reached this area after seeing all those trapped members. He suddenly feels sweat all over his body. He realizes he is being lured into a trap. It's a trap! This is a trap! God damn it. All of this isn't just a trap. More like a fun. This could have been a bloodbath. Oh my god, I wish it was. Just a complete massacre on epic proportions. She's trying to trick him. The girl is standing in the middle of the open area, calmly balancing on a stump. She's just looking at him. Shit, she's trying to lure me. Higurashi 13. I chased one of them to an open area. I'll catch her. I will get her. Sugi 7. I'm the one hanging up behind you. That isn't a girl. That's a devil who looks like a girl. If you chase her, you'll end up in hell. Base to Higurashi 13. Higurashi 13. Higurashi 13. Fuck off. That's enough. Wait for assistance. Some nearby members are on their way. Oh, what's the matter, huh? If you want to catch me, you need to come forward by about 10 meters. It's only 10 meters. If he walks about 10 meters, he can catch this bratty girl. How many steps does he have to walk to walk 10 meters? If he takes 10 steps to walk 10 meters, that means there will be 10 chances of stepping on a trap. But it's only 10 steps. Yeah, it's only 100% possibility of stepping on a trap. He can catch her after taking 10 steps. Well, if you really want to catch me, then why don't you take your first step? Come on. Shit. How is he going to take his first step? The area with the weeds looks suspicious. But the bare ground looks suspicious too. What if he jumped onto a tree stump? No. That's what she wants him to do. Higurashi 13 feels cold sweat all over his body. Damn it, he only needs to take 10 steps. Fuck it, pull out your taser. See if you can't, see if the prongs can go 10 meters. I actually don't know what the range on a taser is. Believe it or not, I haven't measured. See if it can reach her. Because if it goes 10 meters, take her down. Don't have to worry about traps. Why is he so nervous about taking the first step? First step's always the scariest. Higurashi 13, from what I can see, the tree stump looks okay. Jump on the tree stumps. Don't, Higurashi 13. This is Sugi 8, the one tied to the tree stump. The tree stumps must be traps. There are just too many stumps there, and that's too suspicious. Can you hear me, Higurashi 13? Don't go into any bushes, it's dangerous. Don't step on the weeds. Bare ground is dangerous too. Shit. Then where should I step? Do you want me to fly? Yes. What are you doing? I'm getting bored waiting for you. Actually, if you try to jump, if you can jump more than just one step, because the one step's going to be where it is probably. Unless she's anticipating you jump, then you take the one step, it's safe, then you jump. To try to clear the trap, that's probably the second step. It's going to be one of those two things. Ha ha ha. The Sugi 9, the one who's tied up. My head is being patted by one of the targets. She says that it's a trap field. Huh? Supposedly that girl's magnum opus is set up there. Be careful. Goddamn Rika. You've got to be kidding me. Did he say a magnum opus? What does he mean by magnus opus? Magnum opus. And what about all the other traps? Weren't they her magnum opus? The mountain hounds are professionals. They're being paid to engage in combat. Yet this little girl is playing them for fools. They don't even know what to do. This must be a bluff. How is it possible for a trap to exist that is worse than what I've seen so far? That's a bluff. That must be a bluff. Higurashi 13 is more determined than ever to catch her. Should he start with his right foot? Or his left foot? That's when Satoko lifts her hand and sticks it out. Is she trying to tell him to stop? 5 steps. What? If you can take 5 steps without stepping on a trap, you win. I see. You're confident, aren't you? If I take 5 steps safely, what are you going to do? Let's see. I'll admit my loss and surrender. How about that? My brain is as sharp as ever today. I'll get you before you take your 5th step. Damn kid. Calm down, Higurashi 13. Don't let her provoke you. She's a devil. Don't let her appearance fool you. She can read your mind. We can't defeat her. Base to Higurashi 13. Don't go any farther. That's enough. Ugusugi is almost there. Just stay there. But that means I lose. She said 5 steps. You said 5 steps, right? Okay, 5 steps. Fine, I'm game. 5 steps, right? How many times do you need to repeat it? A man should only say things once unless he's whispering words of love. Damn you, kid. Higurashi 13. She's going to read your mind. Calm down. That's right, I am Higurashi 13. I am cool-headed, just like Golgo. So I need to think calmly. That's right, I was confused. When I realized I had to take 5 steps towards her, I became confused. What do you mean by that? This is what it means. I don't go forward, I'll take 5 steps backwards. He did it. Higurashi 13 is sure that it was just a trick. If he takes 5 steps, he wins. She didn't say that he had to move forward. You can walk in place, you motherfucker. I take 5 steps in place. He can move backwards too, and there's a trap. Exactly. That's why you're done with those 5 steps. What a dumbass. Higurashi 13 down. That fool, he let her mess with him. Satoko's remarkable performance wasn't just her own effort. Mion mastered the geography and the enemy's formation while she instructed Satoko. Oh, fucking general in training. Satoko marked all of her traps on the map. Then that map and Mion's ability to command are combined. They are simply unbeatable. Rika and Hanyu, who know about the mountain almost as well as Satoko, relay orders from Mion to Keiichi or Rena. Then they get ready to ambush. The traps don't always activate when they're stepped on. Sometimes Keiichi and the others activate them at the right moment. Keiichi and Rena continue to fight everywhere according to Mion's orders. Sometimes they hide, sometimes they attack. One by one they eliminate their enemies. Guerrilla warfare. Mion, you brilliant motherfucker. Immediately have the same ideas. Satoko's traps have been taking down most of the enemies, but Keiichi's surprise bat attack has been working successfully too. Not even the well-trained mountain hounds can respond to assaults after being stunned by traps. Humans need a little time to react. According to the research done by the US Armed Forces, the average reaction time is 15 seconds. 15 seconds? That long? In other words, any soldier is powerless during the 15 seconds following a surprise attack. Okay, yeah. I don't know, it depends. 15 seconds is a long time. Even, I'd have to be really fucking surprised for a surprise attack. I generally try to keep my calm though, so like, I'm usually prepared for anything like extracurricular to happen, and I'm like, you know what, I'm ready for this shit. Whatever happens, I'm ready. I've planned this many steps ahead. This, and will happen. I mean, I wouldn't, Shortening those 15 seconds is one goal of their training. I mean, I just can't imagine me being stunned for 15 seconds after something shocking. Or a surprise attack. But no matter how much they train, it will never become 0. Well, obviously it's never going to be 0. I want to say it's as little as possible. I don't know. I haven't actually gauged my reaction time and see, like, my response to surprise attacks. I don't know, I'd say about 10 seconds, maybe at most. 9. I don't know. The radio communications actually made things even more chaotic. I would have, like, gotten a control of that and say, do not report into the fucking radio. Like, get a hold of it. Stop progress. Everyone halt. Retreat. Form back to the line. Reorganize. We're going to use a different tactic. Just hold them out. We're going to basically do a war of attrition now. Surround the mountain. Don't let them out. And starve them out of there. They can't stay out of there more than a couple days. The more they heard about damage, the more to the other units, the more worried they got. That slowed them down and made them think in simpler ways. At that point, the Mountain Hounds were no longer a force to be reckoned with as far as Mion was concerned. Hell, why do you have it on all stations? I would have had, if like you could, have their communications just be relayed to the main base. Then the main base issues orders through getting there panicked, so that the panic doesn't go to every other headset. That way you can have a control of it, so that it doesn't give the illusion that you're panicking. Even though base can be panicking, you can still give out orders like that. Tell people what to do in there, so people don't get worried, start panicking. Keiichi was successful. He wrapped them up together. Oh wow. Satoko did it too. She has beaten everyone. Roger. Looks like we got 5 more points with this one, huh? Okay, my enemies, what are you going to do now? About 30% of your southern army has dropped out. At least 1 or 2 men have to respond to a call from an injured soldier. That means they hardly have anyone left. Any decent commander would order a retreat. I said that, didn't I? I said I would order a straight up retreat. I said pull back, fall back. Because that's what you have to do at this point. If you don't, you're just going to waste countless. You're just going to keep hitting it against a wall. It's Higurashi 1. We have too many injured men in our unit. We don't have anyone to continue the pursuit. We have no other choice than to give up. Higurashi 1, we have been damaged badly, but we have narrowed down our enemy's domain. You may not withdraw. Maintain the front with what you've got, you dumbass. Dumbass motherfucker. If I see I'm losing this kind of conflict, retreat, we're regrouping. Regroup. No point. No point in wasting more people. Shit. Higurashi 1 to everyone. The commander is basically telling us to die. Check your supplies once more and we'll resume the march. God, this is a death march. Takano is so mad that she won't allow it. The morale of the unit commander is down because his request to withdraw was rejected and they have to resume the march. Here's our chance. Break their spirit. Rika, join in with Rena and lure them into Section Z. The traps there are amazing. Hani, tell Kei-chan to move on to Section X. This is too much fun. Break them. Break their will now. Deliver the crushing blow. Oh, Miona's doing great. If she was born in a different era, her name would have been in the history books. If you ask me, Nelson and Toko are both mediocre. It's like I can see this mountain inside and out. Miona's polarized when it comes to competence. When she feels down, she's very down. But when she's doing great, she really is great. See, that's the key. When it's like someone that you deal with someone like that, you help them when they're down. And then you support them when they're doing it. You help them up when they're down. Obviously, when she's feeling down, you're going to want to encourage her. And stuff like that. And that's how I've generally tried to take an approach to her. When she's great, I keep challenging her to be greater. When she's up like this, I say, oh, you can do better than that. Come on. That's why I would have been bouncing ideas off of her, trying to stir the brain a little bit more. See if I can get some better ideas flowing for her. Because it pushes her to a higher level. In that sense. This must be the blood of the leader of the 3 families of Hinamizawa. Or just a blood of a competitive person. That's really what it really boils down to, honestly. She's just really competitive.